Purpose of this video is to show you how to get registered out at MyOpenMath. So if you want to complete that optional work, you may. Um, so the way I get there is this FAQ page is important. I'm going to click on modules, and then in week 0, you're going to see FAQ about how this thing works, how this works, and then optional MOM registration and access. What you're going to need from this page is I give you the link to MyOpenMath, and you need the course ID. Now, one thing I'm going to caution you about, sometimes if you copy extra space, MyOpenMath gives you a wonky result. It won't like that. So try to be, you can always write it down and type it in, but I'll try copying and pasting. Let me go out here. So chances are you don't have a MyOpenMath account. So what I'm going to do is register as a new student and then put in that course ID, and then you can go back and get the enrollment key, but I think it was fall 24. And then what you can do, come up with a username, password, first name. I would use whatever email address you want to use. My advice is use your Vermont State College address. That way it's, when you're done with school, MyOpenMath will go away. And it says you got to check I'm 13 years of older, and I've read the terms. I won't use this email function unless you the message, unless you ask me a question here, which you can. I caution you to do that because you're missing out on getting some attendance points if you post in the discussion forums. So yeah, you certainly can. And if it's a quiz, that makes it nice and easy, because I don't want you to post quiz questions in the discussion forums. Okay. But so I'm going to go through and fill out a temporary thing for this and get logged in so you can see what it looks like, and I'll show you what it is and what you do. I gotta pause the recording too. So once you get logged on, the courses you're enrolled in is there. Now, if something messed up when you're trying to do the registration process here, you can click enroll in a new class and put in the key course ID and enrollment key here, and that'll work too. Another way to do that. So anyways, let me come back to my home. And now what MyOpenMath looks like is I've got it broken out. So we're going to have 3 exams in this course. And what I've got is each set of chapters that associated. These are problems that I built. I didn't build the problems. I pulled the problems into an assignment, made the assignment for you. So here's that chapter 1 and chapter 1, the 2 things you'll do in the first week. Then there's week 2 and there's week 3. Now you don't have to do any of this until you don't have to. For week 1, you don't have to do chapter 1 in the percentage practice. Get it done, but what you do have to have it done is the Monday before the first exam is going to be the deadline. That's why I have that September 23rd deadline. The exam 1 happens starting on September 24th. So you want to do the practice ahead of time, not during the exam. Okay, because you get enough to do with the exam. And what MyOpenMath looks like is so some of it's multiple choice. What else is there? I know there's some where you got to type in the answer. I guess these are. I'm not doing a good example of this. They're all here's an answer that you got to do. So you type it in, and this is the same as WebAssign. Is if you try them all, get a 70%, I'll pull in a 10-point grade for you, and it's like an extra grade. So it's not extra credit so much, but what it'll do is it'll make a bad grade worth a little less. And since for this course, nothing's weighted, it's weighted by the amount of points. Like this is worth 10 points, and WebAssign's worth 10 points, and the 2 discussion forum posts are worth 5 points each. Quizzes are worth 50 points. Exams are worth 100 points each. So I got it weighted by the assignment type, not by category. So if you don't do it, it won't affect your grade. It won't affect your grade at all. It's exempt you. And I'll pull those grades in. I try to do it every week, but sometimes I get behind in them. But I will definitely before the exam starts. Okay. All right, and that's what that is. And then what you'll see is right now you only see exam 1 work? Well, on the start of week 4, I believe it is. No, maybe it's week 5. You'll see exam 2 work, and that'll open up, and you'll have until we have exam 2 to do that extra work. Okay. This last summer, a lot of people did the math, and I think it paid off for them. It's good to see problems using math. It's just in a different context than what the Think Do book uses. Because I'll ask you questions like that. It won't be exclusively Think Do style questions. It'll be some other kind of questions. So using the same math, just in a different context. Okay, so it's your call. You don't even have to do them all. You can do some of the questions and just ignore the rest, and something you're having a hard time with. And then I just won't write the grade in, but you'll get the practice you might need. Okay. All right, long enough video.